Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we got to talk about it. Why is making money so hard? Well, you know, we talk about it a lot, but we always have solutions. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays live stream. What are we going to talk about? Are you going to enter into this discussion? And welcome. Stop struggling now. Gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And last live stream, we had a problem. The microphone, it wasn't working. So please let me know if the microphone is working, and there is a new microphone. And I want to show you guys something. So for 3 years, I've been using a $2.50 microphone. That's right, $2.50 from Amazon. I've showed it before, and it finally went dead. So I had to get a new microphone. This one wasn't $2.50, so let's just call it upgraded a little bit. But I have to show you all because a lot of you are, this is part of our topic. Why is making money so hard? Because people have excuses. And I'll get into it, but this was it. This little Chinese-made thing lasted 3+ years. All right, for $2.50. So we're going to get into why is making money so hard, but that is part of the reason you're out here listening to people and you're thinking in your head, I can't do it. Why? I need a whole podcast production. I need a whole studio production. Who wants to go down and buy an Amazon $2.50 microphone? Right? You think you need more than that. Well, when you get started, all you need to do is get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who's in the house tonight. We have Tiffany Young is here. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams with the icon next to your name, which means he's a member of the channel. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Hello to you too. Thank you so much. And yes, I can hear you right on. So it's a little bit different voice because it's a little bit different speaker that I've been using. So my voice may sound just a little bit different. Tarshima Downing, thank you so much for the microphone works. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. I appreciate you being here. And Victor Marrero's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to your name. And he has his tagline in check. Hello, all. Let's do this. That's right. That's what we're going to do. Hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for letting me know that. So before I was always yelling, and after I started doing all this microphone check, mic check, I found out, you know what? This thing is already at a certain level that comes out to you guys. So I learned something new every day just because my microphone crapped out. But nonetheless, so let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. We have to talk about it. This bad advice that you're hearing. I'm going to start with the bad advice because why is making money so hard? It really isn't. It's just that it's this simple, in my opinion. I'm going to give you my opinion before I get into some articles and things like that. But my opinion is pretty simple. If I want to be an entrepreneur, if I want to start a business, if I want to do anything that is not requiring a job that I have to work 7 to 5, a person that works 7 to 5, which is a bulk of people in America and around the world, it's often very hard to turn to them and say, hey, you know what? I want to start a business. This is how I'm going to make money, because their response is going to be the same 9 times out of 10. You're taking a risk. Why do you want to take this risk? Why do you want to invest? Why do you want to spend money? You know, businesses fail at 90%, 99%. You hear all these different stories. So therefore, for them, they don't want to take a chance. And then the other person who's new and wants to be an entrepreneur, who wants to go out here and make money, they start listening to all these, as I call it, 9-to-5 workers who are playing it safe. Now, that is one of the tenets of a problem to begin with. I do have a story, but first we're going to talk to see who else is in the house. Edmund Vilvert, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. I appreciate you being here. I'm here. Thank you so much. Glad to see you in the house. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, once again is in the house on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon. Thank you so much. Hello, SSN fam. SSN University, SSN Academy. Please get your pen, pads, and papers ready, because you never know what gems are going to be dropped, not just by me, but we have very capable personnel who's part of the SSN Nation in the house, in the chat room. So you got to stay tuned in to the chat, because you never know what's going to be dropped. All right. It's called Monopolize Time or Money, 7 to 5 p.m. Exactly. And actually, a lot of people, that 9 to 5, I don't know what that is. That just makes people feel good, because I don't know anybody that's ever had a 9 to 5 job. Most people I know always had to show up at 8 until flex hours came about. But for the most part, if you make a certain wage, you normally don't have this flex time where you can show up anytime between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. and then leave when you want to. Those are usually high paying jobs. Most people, though, they're clocking in and clocking out, and the union wages, which there's not that many unions, but the union wage causes a problem, because you are working 8 to 9 hours a day, no matter how you slice it. 9 to 5 is not even 8 hours a day. So when you start throwing in breaks, lunch, and things like that, you're going to be there 9 hours, 9.5 easily. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to know what you guys are thinking about why it's hard. Why is making money so hard? Or is it? See, that's the question, right? Is it really hard to make money? Well, here's the tenets. So when you start thinking about it, again, my opinion, and I'm going to tell you this, when you start thinking about it, you have to take a risk. And most people, once they start taking a risk, they get a bump in the road. All of a sudden, it's remind them of, there's a bump in the road. So therefore, I feel a little more risky now. So therefore, do I really want to go forward with this obstacle that's happening? And then the next obstacle comes. And so people usually stop before they get to their final destination, simply because they didn't want to take the risk. It's too hard. All right. Why is making money so hard for some folk? Comes down to not discipline, no sacrifice, taking non-calculated risk, buying things you can't afford, not believing in yourself, not having a budget, all of those on tap. Thank you, Victor Marrero, for putting that in, because that is some of the tenets of why people find it so hard to make money. And you have to be clear and concise when you're doing your journey, ladies and gentlemen, and you have to be real with yourself. You know it's real here. We tell you like it is. Nobody's telling you it's going to be easy no matter what you do. Hell, even when you work 9 to 5, that's not easy. But you know what? A lot of people just take it as is. Status quo, no problem. I know it's going to be hard. I know I have to put up with some mess every now and then. And I know I got to get up and make sacrifices where I just can't walk off the job and go do what I need to do with family at any given moment. We know there's sacrifices, but everybody takes that as status quo. So very good points on Marrero's part, and that is the combination. Did you hear Coinbase accept paychecks, no fees to convert to crypto? I did not hear this, but this is awesome news. Well, Coinbase, remember, Coinbase is a public company now. They're on the stock market. These guys are looking for all kind of customers. The more customers you have, the more deposits you have. They're operating like a bank. The more deposits you have, the more money you can borrow, the more money you have under management, the more money your company becomes worth in the financial industry market. So therefore, of course, the fees are going to offset. They don't have fees, just like Robinhood. We don't have fees, but that information and the customer, you are our commodity. So therefore, we're going to make money by giving that information to somebody else, right? Glad to hear it, though. Auntie Val's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. Thank you so much for being here. Miss Strong Block is in the house. Good evening, fam. Good evening to you too, Auntie Val. Thank you so much again for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed that Strong Block opportunity, this is another reason why people making money, it's so hard, because a lot of people don't like an opportunity. We talked about the Strong Block opportunity. If you're new here, oh, by the way, please smash the like button. Strong Block, it's a crypto, ladies and gentlemen. How would you like to earn 1/10 of the coin price every day? The coin price, $45 tomorrow, $45 every day. You start doing this over a month, $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 a month for your money sitting there. Some of you about now may be saying, hey, Eric, what does this cost? Well, right now it costs about $5,000 to get your 10 coins. But you have to search the channel for the Strong Block node information. But again, this is why it's hard to make money, because people don't want to take the risk, or let's face it, they may not have the investment capital needed. Nothing wrong with either if you don't have the investment capital, but the people that do still may not take it. And that's why it's hard, because somebody's giving you 1/10 of the value of something every day. That is hard to pass up, but millions of people will pass up that opportunity. That's the point. So therefore, the harder it is, or the more risk that a person associates with it, that levels the playing field, where that we only have 93,000 people that have nodes. How many people are into crypto? Millions, but only less than 100,000 wants to put their money towards a node because it's risky. This is new. All right, here we go. Victor's right. It's a mindset. I met Chris Gardner, Pursuit of Happiness, guy unstoppable. I don't know who he is, but I assume he must be somebody that's cool. So glad to hear it. Curtis Davis, you have to focus. And by the way, Vanessa Comagate, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And with the icon next to her name, you have to focus. Small assets to big assets, CDs, IRA, 401k, insurance policy, crypto, stocks, real estate. But just start. Man, that's a list. That's a list, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. I'll keep it up on the screen. That list right there is another reason why it's making money is so hard. Because a lot of people, like I said, when you work for your money, wherever you put your money, you feel like, man, do I really want to release this money into this place where it's maybe locked up, and I don't have access to it, and in case something happens where I need to access it, so therefore I'm not going to put it in a CD. Then you work at a job and you're like, hey, that 401k, well, it only made 5% per year. Should I really put my money in a 401k when I'm sitting here watching index funds get 9, 10, 12, 20% a year over the last 5-6 years? Well, I think maybe I don't want to put it in there. Maybe I want to invest in the stock market. But then when I put in the stock market, all of a sudden we have a bad month, a bad week. Now I'm scared of that. So this is how it all adds up when a person's looking at something and there's timing. So you have to have an overall program. You have to think of, where do I get return on my money? And if you can sit there for a long span of time, the longer your span of time, the problem is, why is making money hard? Because a lot of people want it tomorrow. They say, well, I invested my money today. Did I double my money tomorrow? That's what people are acting like. Instead of saying, well, okay, I'm going to double my money in 5 years, 10 years. That's what the way you have to look at it, right? And a lot of people do not. So it's not really, making money isn't really the hard part. The hard part is the individual being impatient. You don't want to sit back and say, oh, I'll take this 1/10 a day. No, I don't want that, because it's 1/10 a day. But when somebody starts going, well, hey, man, you just gave up like $10,000, $15,000 a year. Now, all of a sudden, in hindsight, the person will be like, man, I wish I should have got in on that. Well, see, at the time, it's a risk. And if you want to get in later, it's a risk. Nothing has changed. The only thing that changed is you now have information that it was successful. And so now you feel confident to get into that. But in the reality, if you would have taken a risk, you'd be getting a higher reward at this time. Just keep that in mind. So that's why you have to diversify and almost just block it out, put on blinders and go, okay, this is what I invested in. I did my due diligence. And that's why I'm staying with this, no matter what happens. All right. Now let's talk about it. On eval, crypto must be more than hodling now. Passive income is a must. Win moon is not a strategy. Exactly. That's very well said. That's right. Hodling is not going to work for you, especially with these fees. You guys have to think about, even when I transfer money to Nexo and Celsius, by the way, please smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, so the YouTube algorithm knows we're here. But down below in the description, get your free $10 of crypto, get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. Please sign up with Celsius, where you earn interest daily also. Not like Strong Block, where it's 1/10 of the coin price, but you still are earning interest on your crypto. But think of this. A lot of people don't think of it. When you're hodling, you've already lost some crypto because it's been taken in fees, gas fees. So even when I transfer to Nexo and Celsius, as I'm beginning to say, it's the fact that by the time I get it there, I've already lost. So if I transferred $1,000, I'm down already before the money even gets there. So the 1,000 isn't 1,000. 1,000 might end up being 990 or 980 or freaking 960 the way things go. So even if I earn 10%, I'm just over a year, I'm just now getting my money back after a year. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like I'm sending over 1,000 and then the following month I have $1,003 or something. So I'm already negative, in my opinion. That is a risk. So the thing with Strong Block is that's why that changes everything. All right. Auntie Val says, good evening, sis. Tiffany Young. Hey, lady from Vanessa Comagate. Another factor is competition. That's right. You need to have the mentality that there is someone out there trying to eat your lunch right now. Consistency builds wealth. It never fails. That's right. It's the Mark Cuban effect, as I call it, because he's the one that has always said, and other people, but he's the one that's very vocal about somebody's always out here trying to eat your lunch, beat you. That's why he's always studying, just so he can stay ahead of his competition. His competition is trying to take him out. And that's how all businesses operate. That's another reason why it's making money so hard. You're not in a silo where it's just you. You are competing against what's in your mind and in your head and your resources. But there's other people that have better resources, maybe a lot smarter. They're working on it from a different angle that you don't see. And there's thousands, if not millions of other people trying to do the same thing. And if you fall behind due to education and not knowing what they know or the latest thing, then you could be at a disadvantage. And that's another reason why making money is so hard. You just can't get away from it, ladies and gentlemen. Money is a commodity. You need money no matter where you live on this planet. All right, let's go. What is hodling? Is that cashing out every day? No, Tiffany Young, hodling is just holding your money, holding your crypto. So in other words, when you put your crypto in the Coinbase, or how it used to be with Coinbase, they would give you no interest, no nothing on your money. It would just sit there. Or you take it and put it in a crypto wallet like Nano Ledger. You don't earn interest in the old days. But yeah, just leaving your money in an exchange or in a Coinbase or in a wallet and not earning interest, that is called hodling. All right. Now, we changed it into you can move your money to Celsius or Nexo or BlockFi or a bunch of other pools and Strong Block and all that. You're still hodling, which means you're just holding your crypto, but you want to earn interest on your crypto. Of course, there's a little risk because you're giving your crypto to another entity. So that is the risk that you take. versus hodling it, putting on a ledger or something that is offline in a hard wallet, as they call it. So that's all hodling is. They just changed it. Instead of hold, HOLD, they changed it to HODL. All right, that's the only difference. So once again, the financial terminology in the games continue because banks, all depending on what level you're in, they change the terminology. So that's all hodling is. All right, let's go. Somebody said waiting for a firm doubled from 60 to 128 too long after over 3 months. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Mr. Financial was talking about a firm. We were 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago. But once again, everybody sat idly by, and we can give you reasons why a firm was going to go up, and it's going to continue to go up, in my opinion. You know why? Bad economy. People need these payment plans. A firm is there for you. $30 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month, whatever. They're there for you. So therefore, they're going to be valuable. All right. They're have a lot of IOUs on their books, paper on their books, which you guys know you can turn into derivatives. Boss, you never heard of the movie Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith? Oh, okay. I didn't know who Gardner was. Yes, I've heard of. In fact, I saw the movie Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. I just didn't know the reference to Chris Gardner, although I guess that was Will Smith's name, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, that was a good movie. In fact, it's based on a true story. So that's what's pretty awesome about it. And unbelievably, why is making money so hard is a perfect example in that movie. Who would be sleeping in bathrooms? Who would be showing up to work in a suit and tie place and not have a place to live? That is an awesome movie, which, by the way, if there was a movie recommendation, everybody should see that movie, especially when you're an entrepreneur, especially when you're having a hard life and seemingly can't get a job or can't get where you need to be financially. Watch that movie. Are you doing what he had to do? It's crazy. Auntie Val, yes and yes. I think I missed something. Oh, no, I didn't. Vanessa Kamage, hey, lady, did you get your node? I'm working on mine now. I have to wait for Coinbase to allow me to send my ETH out. Oh, yeah, Coinbase did start doing this holding for, I don't even remember what they did. They did the same thing to me, talking about, I think it was like 3 days or 4 days. It was something crazy. I was like, what is going on? You never did this before. Hodling is holding a token and waiting for appreciation. There you go. There's another explanation. Somebody today said buy all penny stocks. To me, better off buying solid company. Mr. Financial, the reason why I'm laughing, I'm like, this is not the time to be going out here doing high risk maneuvers, especially with when the feds come up with their next talk in about another month and a half. I don't know if you want to be holding high risk stocks. I'd be rather holding solid companies like we've been talking about over the last 3-4 months, the Teslas, the Apples, the Microsofts, the AT&Ts, I'm not going with this high risk stuff. There's no reason. And it's still proving the point. Stocks keep rising, going down, going up, but they're basically going sideways. So stocks, once again, that's the way to go. Yes, I got it today. Right on, Vanessa Kamagate. Welcome to the party. Starting to earn money in a couple days. It'll be in accounts. Beautiful. Get your rewards, everybody. Strong Block. Search the channel. You can find out more information, and you'll even run into Auntie Val and myself on the live stream where she's the special guest. That's right. Told us about Strong Block in the first place. That's how this all started, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what you're going to learn here in the SSN Nation. All right. We're 24 minutes in. Once again, if you like what we're talking about so far, please subscribe to the channel and then click the all bell notification. Okay. I see. Thanks, Eric and Auntie Val. Right on. We're always here. Peloton, losing value. Competitors are coming online. Exactly. There's just no way around. I just can't see how Peloton makes it. Quite frankly, I just don't see it. It's too simple. All somebody has to do is, as long as somebody has a screen and you can get the feed on the screen. I saw people have mirrors now. I don't know if that's part of Peloton, but I saw people with mirrors doing exercises, and I don't think that was Peloton. And Peloton, you have to buy an expensive apparatus. Now people are going out to get simple like these mirrors, but I don't know how much they cost. And sooner or later, it's just old school. It's just going to be streamed. Just like SSN Nation is going to have SSN Lifestyle has exercise videos that's coming out. It's going to be on our SSN Lifestyle website. As a member, you can go access it. So you're going to be able to do exercises. So now it's just a matter of how's it streamed. Is it going to be on a TV like old school where you popped in your DVD and VHS and put it in and watched it on TV? That's almost the same as the Peloton, except Peloton and the new items, they got have people being more, they can do lives and they can send streams to people and say, hey, get your ass working, get moving, don't give up today. You know what I'm saying? They can do all kind of different things based on the two-way that you can do now. So that only gives them an advantage, but is that really worth spending $300, $400, $500 to get an apparatus and then $100, $150 a month? No, it's not, because you can get workout information almost anywhere. So the advantage is not a real advantage any longer. All right, good for you at Vanessa. That's it. Right on. All thanks to Auntie Val opening up her mouth and letting people know, hey, I think she told us originally $1,200 last month from StrongNode. Well, we're all entrepreneurs around here. We have quite a few people, emerging millionaires. They're all around here, and a whole bunch of people's ears went like, oh, what did she say? $1,200 a month off of a $5,000 investment? Hold on a second. Wait, I get my money back in like 4 months? We break even at 4 months, Mark. Hold on a second. Where's that investment? A lot of people started following the lead. Yes, that was the story of Chris Gardner. He spoke at one of our events years ago. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, I didn't remember that was Chris Gardner was the person. But thank you so much, Vanessa Kamage, because that exactly right there is the reason, another reason why making money is so hard. You have life events. Gary White's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. Good evening, SSN family. Let's get it. Is his tagline too? Let's get it. Right on, Gary White. Thank you so much. Curtis Davis, yes, levels, bank language, HODL, earn interest, lending coins. Exactly. They changed the terms. Vanessa, excellent movie. Gardner, Pursuit, Sacrifice. He was selling door to door. Exactly. Yeah, it's a miracle. Awesome. He was an excellent example. Not quitting, amazing person. Exactly. Mining, staking, delegating. Get that money, fam. Leave nothing on the table. She's referring to crypto, ladies and gentlemen. You have to learn. If you don't know about crypto, you have to start learning. I don't know all about crypto. It seems like every time I learn about crypto, then there's another leap, another bound that you have to learn about. Just like Strong Block. Rewards. I didn't know there was nodes out there that you can get rewards on. Everybody heard of mining, Ethereum, BTC, and other mining, but we all know the mining equipment started being like $3,000 a rig and $8,000, $12,000. It started getting too pricey. Little did anybody know that there was a thing such as Strong Block. And then after I find out about Strong Block, I find out there's another company called Gala, Gala, but Gala costs twice as much. And you don't even get 1/10 of the coin price. So there's all kind of variations, and you never know when another variation is going to pop up and maybe even be better, just like Celsius and Nexo and BlockFi. These guys come out. Nobody else is showing up so far. I'm sure there's other companies on their way, but now there'll be competition. That's how it works. I have the mirror, Tiffany Young, Lululemon, own the company now. There you go. There you go. Stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Lulu, exactly. Still cheap. Peloton may be overpriced. Peloton becoming a normalized, commoditized, lots of late, two-way streaming. Exactly. That's all it is. So they're not, everybody can do this now. In fact, what am I doing right now? So if we had somebody on, like I have a guest on, I can see them. So if they were working out, I can come on the screen and be like, all right, let's go. Get that extra lift in. You can do motivational things. Everybody can do this now. This isn't something that's not, special. Every fitness instructor can do this. All right. So that's why I believe Peloton, they had their time, but unfortunately, I don't see how they're going to keep being able to scale up. Let's put it that way. They're going to have to come up with some other product where people don't have to spend this crazy amount of money for like a Peloton bike, for instance. All right. It's almost like Nordic Track of 2021. I started the strong block setup and I was able to send ETH from Coinbase to my MetaMask. But when trying to swap ETH to strong on MetaMask, it said I needed more ETH. Exactly. Gas fees can eat your candy. That's what I was talking about. That's what I hate. The gas fees are outrageous. And then like I said, my little rant before about crypto. Now I understand why they're trying to block other crypto, because there's some crypto out here that doesn't cost that much to send your crypto. And so when you're talking about sending $1,000 and somehow it's siphoned off 60, 70 bucks, and then you have other companies out here send $1,000 and the person has 999 of it, and they all poo-poo it and say, no, now I figured out they're just no better than a bank. Like I said, they're basically making money. The exchanges, the Coinbases, the MetaMask is helping all these companies siphon off our money. And it's not siphoning off money, it's siphoning off crypto. Crypto could be more valuable than money, i.e., all the fees people paid 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when Bitcoin was $3,000, $4,000. Now Bitcoin is 40 grand. So when those fees came out back then, that's a lot of money now. So that's why I'm like, man, this is just wrong. So crypto was originally being bought out to help peer-to-peer transactions, cheap, not have a middleman. And then what do we have? We have middlemen siphoning off money just like a bank, and you're using a bank's ATM card. Except this is the equivalent of I'm using my ATM card and the guy says, I'm trying to take out 400 bucks and I'm paying $40 because I'm over in, some other country or something, or some part of the world where you can get $40 for the gas fee instead of $3.50 or $2.50. That's the equivalent. That's what crypto's doing. Be at the ATM machine and take out 400, and oh, by the way, we got to have a $40 gas fee. I mean, what kind of nonsense is this? And so now I'm salty. I'm salty, very salty, especially after the strong node situation. Finding out every time I sent money and getting it siphoned and dust left here, dust left there, and these guys charging ridiculous gas fees, just like Marrero was saying. Absolutely. Thanks, Auntie Val. Also, Bitcoin mining a business. You can write off rigs and earn coins. Exactly. That's the whole point. It ends up being a big time business because the gas fees, it's outrageous. And I understand the miners split it up, but still, it's still outrageous. It's still outrageous. It's just, it makes me sick. Hi, Auntie Val. Is staking the same as having strong on strong block? No, not the same. I get the impression that staking is less complex and less fees. I will have to research that. Staking is, well, it's all over the map, just like pools and things like that. You do have to study it because some pools, 20, 30, 90% on your money, but it's locked up. For instance, on a pool, it could be locked up for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 6 months. You just never know depending on what the pool's structure is. As far as staking could also be locked up. So it depends. It's not liquid. All right. But it depends on what you're looking at. Because to me, like I told people before, when you have Celsius Network or Nexo or whoever, and they're giving you 10, 12, 15% on your money, I call that like staking because I gave my money to them just like a bank. If they go out of business, my crypto could be gone just like a bank. So I call that staking myself, but other people in the crypto community does not call that staking. All right. Upstart, Ford stock, Charge Point, EV Boost. Ford announced new jobs over 11,000. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with the big boys. Charge Point under $20 a share somehow. You know why? Because there's been a block. The EV, the car industry, because of these chips not making the production. So you have to think about all that. Now could be a good time to buy. Or, in my opinion, I'm going to give you my opinion again. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock guru. None of that, because it's the no guru zone. But the point I'm trying to make is the stock market has to inevitably make a dip, a harder dip than what's happened so far. The only way I can see that being facilitated is that when the Federal Reserve one day in the next 2 months says, we are no longer going to be buying up debt. and we're raising the interest rate. Those will be the days that stocks will drop. They have been doing their darndest to make sure the stock market doesn't drop. You know why? Because the top 10% own 85% of the stock market. That's why, ladies and gentlemen. That's why they jump through hoops to make sure all's good. You get interest keeping the token in the network staking, but it is yours to move as you will. Okay. So in staking, you actually can move it, which is interesting because I did look at some, I can't remember where I was. I think I was at BitTrue and the staking, and they have outrageous stakes. They were like 70, 80%, but they required lockdown. You couldn't just move it or take it out for a set amount of months or year. Yes, the fees are ridiculous. Yes, exactly. Strong will be working with Polygon and Phantom soon. Much lower fees to come. Unfortunately, the fees, though, they're not, I don't think they're not based on that network. We're not sending money on those networks. But yes, that would be nice if they do. I don't stake. It's locked pools, but open platforms. Ah, okay. So it is locked. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. We talked about a lot of these things about why is making money so hard. But, you know, I'm going to dark pools or back exchanges, large volumes of shares moved. Exactly. No matter what you do. That's why these exchanges to me work just like the stock market, crypto working just like the stock market, dark pools, unknown information behind the scenes, siphoning off people's money. All of that is just the same playbook as stocks. And then crypto's out here acting like, oh, we're decentralized. Oh, we're going to replace money. How are you going to replace money when you charge more than money? Like I said, I can go down to the ATM machine, pull out 500, pull out 1,000. They're not going to be charging me no damn 60, 70, 80 bucks. Because if they did, people wouldn't be pulling out the money. That's how crazy this is, man. We got an upside down world and these guys out here being charlatans. You ain't decentralized either, because if you were, then you wouldn't have to be charging me these crazy fees. Simple. All right. Yep. Auntie Val. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it a little bit more. Let's get into it a little bit deeper. This conversation has sparked the Entrepreneur Nation, the SSN Nation, the emerging millionaires. It sparked us today. Let me go see anybody else. Let me know what you think about why is making money so hard. I'm going to go with the bad money advice right here. Here goes an article. Let's check this out. Here's some myths that's holding. This is the reason some of this holds you back from getting rich, which goes along with why is making money so hard. And some have already been talked about. This is on CNBC. Let me see. I'm going to put this article in the chat room. So anybody watching the live stream, they can get it. I don't think it's down below in the description, but I'll put it here. So check this out. Let's start with number one. To make money, you have to worry about money, right? That's funny. And this is all, Barbara Corcoran is a Shark Tank. And here's her simple explanation. The more time I spend thinking about money, the less time I have to think of the next great idea that can make money. Overthinking always limits creativity. That's exactly right. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly how it works in your mind. Stick to the status quo if you want to get rich. Exactly again. Don't be romantic about how you make money. Whether you're an entrepreneur or an employee, your current revenue stream isn't necessarily how you'll make money in the future. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Making money in the future, those extra streams of income, learning about new ways to make money, that is very powerful in itself. All right? That's what we're talking about here. This is the SSN Nation way, by the way. Making money long term. Save your pennies and watch the dollars grow. Okay. Many people will tell you to invest in the stock market and let compound interest turn your paychecks into millions. The problem with that advice is that you have to work for 40 years. Preach! Exactly what I'm talking about. Instead, invest in yourself by learning a skill you can monetize. You guys know what that motto is around here. It's called monetize yourself. Exactly what we're talking about. And oh, by the way, it just so happens he's James Sixsmith, founder and CEO of Trade Context. See, Oh, you guys have been way ahead of the game. You guys didn't know I was already putting you in the arena 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I was slick about it. Financial success relies on past performance. Oh, come on now. This is what people use, past performance. No, we don't want to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Companies like Blockbuster, Pets.com, MySpace were household names until they crashed. In contrast, many that Wall Street dismisses outperform the market significantly. There you go. The right investments are the ones that genuinely interest you, whether that's Bitcoin, stocks, or any other asset classes. How many times have I said this, ladies and gentlemen? I've told you before. If it interests you, you're going to be a lot more interested. So therefore, you're going to invest in it and you're going to stay focused on it. And here we have another CEO, Dan Schatt, giving us that type of advice. And notice he says Bitcoin, stocks, and other asset classes. What have we been doing around here at SSN Nation? We've talked about Bitcoin, stocks, and other asset classes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All along, you've been already on the train. Now all you got to do is put it in drive. Prioritize security over market volatility. An annuity salesperson convinced my client to sell his Tesla stock because of market volatility. In case you don't know what market volatility is, that's when the Tesla goes up to 500, drops to 300. And then, of course, the salesperson, annuity guy, tells the guy to sell. Meanwhile, we're telling people buy. Okay, that's us here at SSN Nation. But when he lost his job, he had to pay an early withdrawal fee to access his money. His $500,000 annuity was only worth $300,000 compared to the $3.2 million his stock would be worth today. Oh, yeah, that's a James Daly Law Group. Okay, build a nest egg as soon as possible. That's what a lot of people try to do, you guys. The highest rate of return on your money is not in a house or savings account where it will sit and get eaten by inflation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how many times have you heard me talk about inflation over the last 2.5, 3 years? Here's the man telling you right here once again. Okay, he's Cardone Canada, founder and chairman. Like, you know, he's another CEO or a co-founder and chairman, same thing. Invest in your primary asset, yourself and your business. If you own one, this multiplies the abilities to create your income. Are you guys getting this? Are you getting it? You're already on the train tracks. You already know all this. Now I'm just giving you guys, some people that, I don't know, people may consider smart, maybe considered better. It takes money to make money. Okay, we've all heard this nonsense before, right? SSN Lifestyle is in effect where you can become a free affiliate, free referral marketer. You don't need any money. And there's a bunch of other businesses you don't need any money. Don't let the idea of starting a business or even a side hustle intimidate you. The barrier to entry in business is lower than ever. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got to keep tooting some horns. How many of you heard people talking about barrier to entry besides here at SSN Nation? Now we have the Fit Body Boot Camp guy, the founder, talking about barrier to entry too. Business is lower than ever. That's right. There are no barriers to entry. That no qualifying, no credit pre-construction condos in DR, in Asia, in Miami, all over the planet. That can't, no barrier to entry. You want to become a referral marketing? Get that free Amazon course, that free Amazon GPS course in the description down below from David Quintieri. No barrier to entry. When we start talking about everything we do here, no barrier to entry. Using tools like WordPress, PayPal, social media. Oh man, let's keep talking. This is what we always talk about here. Having a normal routine will make you richer. Okay. I do my best thinking between midnight and 3 a.m. when I'm free from dinging email and text alerts. Figure out when your mind works best, capitalize on it. That means free time to just think about yourself. And number 9, real wealth means having an enormous bank account. Ladies and gentlemen, wealth, you cannot measure wealth by the dollars in your bank account. That is not wealth. Health is wealth. Time is wealth. The more time you have, freedom of time is wealth. Let's see what the man says here. Real wealth isn't just about having a lot of cold, hard cash. It's all proportionate to your happiness, health, and overall quality of life. That's it exactly, ladies and gentlemen, because I got to come on screen for this one. This I have to come on screen for, because this is exactly the problem that we have in America today. Because everybody goes, hey, man, that big house, that nice fancy car. Oh, my God, how much money does the person make, or how much money does the person have? That's the first 5 things that 90% of the population cares about. What you need to care about is my health fine? That's the first number one. Is my family fine? These are the kind of things you need to take care of. The quality of life is, are you happy with what you're doing? It's not about the money. It's about, are you happy with what you're doing? And that's why if you choose your own businesses, things that make you happy, and turn it into a business, that's why it's much more fun. Because anything you have that you like, you're going to spend more time on it. You're not going to be checking your clock going, hey, I want to get out of here. This is a job. You enjoy it. You're happy. Your life is created. The quality of life is being created. You're happy. There's nothing else to talk about here. It doesn't have nothing to do with the money in the bank account, because I hate to say this, but as you know, people kill themselves and still have millions of dollars in the bank, right? They have everything, but they're still not happy. So that is the thing. So I like this last one. All right. That is very important. Let me see who the CEO was on this one. I want to see what he was. This was David Hoffman, co-founder and CEO of Global TQM, International Trade Company. All right. So don't just focus on what's in your bank account. Set aside time to take care of your mind and body. And stick to doing things you're passionate about. Surround yourself with positive energy. SSN Nation. What more do I have to say? Just make it from the top financial minds of around the world, apparently. This came out March 4th, 2020. Updated March 4th, 2020. Came out February 2020. All right. This was a good article. Again, I put it in the chat room. I do not have it down below in the description, but I'm going to have to add it. All right. So we'll add it after the video. But in the meantime, anybody that sees the video, it will be down below in the description. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it appears here at SSN Nation, we haven't been far off, YouTube. That's right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you know why we have the oppression going on. You know why. Look at those top 9 guys right there. It was from 9 different people. And I believe all 9 of those are what we've been talking about over the last 3+ years. You've been on the track the whole time. Now you've seen that some of the big time guys say the same thing. Come on now. We're not giving no fluff around here. All right. Let's see. I'm going to come back to this because I added that link in there. Time is power. That's it exactly. Knowledge and information before others get it. Can't wait for mainstream. That's right. We always stay ahead of mainstream, ladies and gentlemen. Just like thanks to Auntie Val, who knew that Strong Block had this node where you could earn 1/10 of your money, of 1/10 of the coin price every day. I didn't. Only because she was here helping out the SSN University, SSN Academy. And please smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Lots of love. It comes down to fees, interest, taxes, gas fees. Nobody dumb enough to pay to play. Exactly. Exactly. There comes a time. Wilson Koo is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. Good evening, Mr. Burn, SSN fam. His taglines, 100% facts. And now it's A3 Saval is in the house. It's hard to make money because people don't understand delayed gratification. They want to keep up with the Joneses. That's exactly right. A3 Saval, you said it exactly right. Keeping up with the Joneses is not the way to go. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you would be awfully surprised. I'm sure there's a lot of people out here, but you will be awfully surprised going to what you consider a rich person's house, then getting to their house because the whole neighborhood is full of $1 million homes. You go in the house and you find out these people do not even have hardly any furniture, anything on the wall, anything, and still working 10, 12 hours a day. It's crazy to keep up with the Joneses. You don't need to keep Joneses. Just because society has it certain way in America, that's not the way it is around the rest of the world, by the way. America's based on financials and what it looks like. The most of the rest of the world is what goes on is how you treat another person and what your family name is, what you represent as a group. They don't go by, you can't drop hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table and be like, are we good? Doesn't work like that. In a lot of big countries, it works like that, that bases everything on what it looks like. Got a big car, got a big house, make all this money, have a bank account, all this stuff. A lot of other people are like just happy to go to the beach, throw a fish net in, and thank you. I got my fish for the next 3-4 days, and I got my modest house, and I'm happy. 80 degrees all year. Just depends. You got to find your happiness. And oftentimes it has nothing to do with material things. All right. Thank you. No Joneses here, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be something other than the Joneses. Tesla #1 stock in the last 2 decades. 10 times. Yes, I almost fell for annuity 4 years ago. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Annuities, they talk a good game, I have to admit. But once again, you're turning your money over to somebody else. You should be self-directed, ladies and gentlemen. That's why down below in the description, if you haven't invested in stocks, get your Robinhood and Webull links. If you haven't put your money or gotten money out of crypto, then get your free $10 from Coinbase. Once you're on Coinbase and have signed up, then they have these $2, $3, $5 learning lessons so you can earn some more free crypto and you get to learn a little bit as well. So why not do that, ladies and gentlemen? All right. And by the way, we're almost an hour in. I forgot to ask, did anybody see the intro, the trailer before the live stream? Did the trailer come out for the SSN lifestyle? Let me know who saw it, because I don't think everybody gets to see it. Wilson Koo, you're a #1 asset because you control your ideas. A job keeps you stuck in fixed income. That's right. A job does keep you stuck in fixed income. Not only is it fixed, it's losing income. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking about this. SSN Nation knows. Inflation 10% plus year over year. Who got a 10% raise? Nobody. Inflation is going to be 15% this year, 2021. Guarantee it. I almost guarantee it. I shouldn't say guarantee it, but I think it'll be 15% 2021. Who's getting a 15% raise next year? Nobody. The only way you get a raise next year is if you have your own business, and now you can raise your prices 15%. I'm doing it all over my Airbnbs because, like I said, I started redoing that again. And now I'm finding out hotels are charging 30% more than they did last year. And that's beautiful for me. So I'm going to give you one example. Like I said, in Las Vegas, a 2-bedroom. I used to do $299 on a Saturday and Sunday for just a regular Saturday, or Friday and Saturday, rather. The hotels are now charging $400 a night. Or not hotels, but the resorts, $400 a night for a 2-bedroom on the weekend. I'm not charging $299 anymore. And that's $400 plus resort fees. I'm now charging $379. I'm now charging $359. Yeah, I raised my price more than 30%. See what I'm saying? So those are the kind of things you have to look at. So I get to stay with inflation because other companies are based on inflation. If it costs 10% more for products, services, materials, they can't go around that. And then they still have to pay employees, and no employees sitting around for $10 an hour, $8 an hour. So they have to pay more money. That means they have to charge more. Everything costs more for them. So that means they have to raise the price. Meanwhile, my cost went up like less than 3%. It's capped. So they can only raise my maintenance fees. They can't raise it like 30%. So my maintenance fees went up like 3%. So what? I'm raising my rates more than 3%. So I win. That's the power of having your own business, and you control your own destinies. All right. Keep it up. Good evening, Curtis D. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Wealth with no health leads you to poorhouse or misery or early retirement from earth. Very well said, Wilson Koo. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's why you have to pay attention. Preach, brother. It's not just money. That's right, Vanessa Comagate. It's never about the money for me. And once you start realizing it's not about the money, then you start being happier, because then you're willing to say, you know what? Just because it does cost a lot of money over here, maybe I should just move to a place that doesn't cost that much. And yes, I have to make a sacrifice if I move over there. But the reality of it is, if somebody has to worry about paying $5,000 a month versus somebody having to worry about $1,000 a month, your quality of life has just changed, because you're not living paycheck to paycheck anymore. So think about it. There's lots of things going on, and you have plenty of free time to go work out, to eat properly, because you're not just scarfing down food, any old food. You're making your preparation, saying, okay, this is the good vitamin A, B, C, D. This has protein. This has the omegas. You have time to prepare and make sure that your health is taken care of. You have time to go work out and get your fitness in to make sure your health is taken care of. And now you have your mind free and clear and you're not stressed. What does that cost? What's that worth? To me, that's worth $1 million. And you can't pay it. You can't get paid for that. Peace of mind and health. Happiness within becomes happiness in life and a person. That's it exactly, Wilson Koo. I 100% agree with that, ladies and gentlemen. Eric, you have been ahead of the curve before they even get on track. Wilson Koo, thank you so much. This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is why life has always been fun, because you can see the trends. Once you understand that America is the United States, the corporation of the United States of America, they're not going to do anything to hurt themselves. They will let things fall apart only to a certain point. But once you understand the correlations between what the actions are being done financially, then you can see what's going to happen later. So you can always stay just a little bit ahead as long as you're paying attention, always learning, not letting the competition get too far ahead of you. It's truth spoken here. Thank you, Auntie Val. I appreciate that. You need to keep up with your dreams and goals, not someone else's. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Say it again. You need to keep up with your dreams and goals, not someone else's. This is motivational day. I love this. Beautiful. Thank you so much for saying that as well. The simple life, go fishing, good weather. Sounds like the DR to me. Vanessa Comagate, you know exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. Let me break out with the Stop Struggling Now gear for that one. That sounds like CEO of my life. That's what that sounds like to me. You can get this gear at stopstrugglingnow.com, ladies and gentlemen. I have not raised the price. October 1st, I'm changing it all the way around. SSN Lifestyle Founders Club, price goes up October 1st. Stop Struggling Now gear, due to the cost of living increase in expenses, price has to go up. I have to start charging taxes and shipping, one or the other. So one of those means price is going up. All right. But CEO of my life, exactly. The simple life, go fishing, good weather. Sounds like the DR. Exactly. Oh, speaking of that, speaking of that, Victor Marrero, if you're still here, I really highly suggest that you call the guys over at the Connor Rock. I really suggest you do that. And like you suggested on Friday, you got to call them guys and tell them to up their game. All right. And I'm gonna show you something. Yes, I have some info. Let me see if I can get it though. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this up on here. But anyhow, they're gonna have to up their game, because right now, Vista Cana, in fact, Cap Cana is gonna have to up their game, because you can't keep building 5-star resorts and charging people $400, $800, $1,000 per night without having all the extra amenities there, which they do have all the amenities. But here's the thing. I realized one thing about Cap Cana in Dominican Republic. That's what we're talking about here. I realized one thing. I just thought about it today, because I sent, I won't say the name because I don't want to say who it is, but I sent back information regarding the way I see some of the investments in the DR right now. And then I realized Cap Cana, they are expensive to own if you're buying real estate there. And not only are they expensive, then I started realizing, even when I get inside Cap Cana, it's not like everything is by the water. It's the 5-star resorts or hotels, they are by the water. But if I want to go to Juanillo Beach, either I'm staying at one of those 5-star resort locations or maybe even have a condo on the water or a villa right there, but I'm still going across a golf course. I'm still driving there. It's not like, even if I'm in Cap Cana, it'll take me 5 to 10 minutes to get to the beach. All right. Unless I'm right already there by the beach, which there are condos there. Like, I can't remember the name of the condo, but it's on the golf course and you can walk to the beach. You'll probably be there in 3 to 5 minutes. But my point was, if I'm in Cap Cana, I just realized I'm in my own resort. So, in other words, I go to my pool, I go to my restaurants, I go to my bar, and then I can go to the golf course. And then I can go riding my bike around the streets. Then I don't really have 3, 4, 5 restaurants within one location. I just realized that even if I did own it Cap Cana, it would almost be like a standalone situation, even though the beach is there. I'm not going to be able to roll into the 5-star Margaritaville and go hang out. You follow what I'm saying? So let me show you guys something. Here is, yes, I have it. I have something. In case you missed it, the Friday Night Live, I got to put this on here. Let me put this on here. I got to get this on here. This is awesome. But before I do that, I got to go down the list. Yes, Yahoo Finance News says standard pay raise for 2021 should be 5%. That's hilarious. It should be 10% minimum. I don't know what grocery stores they've been going to over the last year, but my God, I don't know where they've been. It's well more than 5%. I was listening to New York Wealthy. It stated they need 10 million liquid for emergency. OC's nowhere close. Exactly. If you're in New York, of course, I mean, they have 1,200 square foot apartments over $1 million. So, this is kind of crazy. Terry Jones is here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. In the building is Terry Jones. Thank you so much for being here once again. It's been one hell of a ride tonight with this topic, and I'm loving it with all the input. Vanessa, many Americans are moving to Mexico, DR, Barbados, Bali, reasonable, free day-to-day living. Exactly. Because, look, this is the basic tenets. Once you make your money, you can live anywhere. So why spend thousands of dollars here a month when you could be in Bali, Barbados, Mexico, DR, and have that same couple of $1,000s coming, except your quality of life has changed dramatically because even the food prices are damn near the same as here in America. So you're not missing anything. And in fact, food prices can be less because we actually have fruit over there in the DR, Bali, Barbados, Mexico, that you don't have to pay for at the store. If you go out and get it, you can fish for free. I mean, so there's a food sources all over the place that if you actually had to get down to it. And so it's a whole nother ball game. Exactly, C. Davis. The simple life is the absolute goal for me. Exactly. Let's just face facts. You guys already know this is real out here in the field, and we give facts here. The average earning power ages are late 20s to mid 50s. When you retire or get into 60s and up, you're not going to make the same amount of money normally. So therefore, it makes sense that you should live in a place that whatever monies you have coming in you should be living comfortably. And let's also face facts. There's going to be so many people 50, 55, 60, 65 working anyhow. So why are you going to be working to pay $3,000, $5,000, $8,000, whatever the number is, when you could live someplace that you're paying 500, 400, 800, 600, or own outright and pay a couple of $100s a month in HOAs? I mean, come on. This is crazy. Simple things in life can be the richest. That's what it is, Terry Jones. That is the richest. Cap Cana will also tend to have higher HOA fees. That's it exactly, Victor Marrero. That's another one of the things. After I really started thinking about Cap Cana, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, even if I lived in Cap Cana, I still, unless I'm at Margaritaville, unless I'm at Sanctuary, or you know, unless I'm right there, that's the only way you're walking out to the beach. All the other properties, you've got to drive or ride your bike or whatever. It's going to take you it could take you more than 5 minutes to get to the beach because Cap Cana is pretty big. And they're expanding it actually, because I was looking at a condo that I haven't even talked about that's off. It's not in Cap Cana right now, but they're getting ready to, they built a road where the person comes out from the condo. I'm trying to think. It's right next to, I think it was called like, I can't remember now. It was called Trading Tropical. I can't remember. But anyhow, right next to that little condo cluster, they're building a road that goes into another gated area. So now you can drive from there and get into Cap Cana directly. But even from that location, it took me 15 minutes to get to Juanillo Beach. So again, now I'm in that location, have the condo, have the pools, but I don't have all the other items that you have at Vista Cana, or even that's going to be downtown, or even at Cana Rock. So I was like, wait a minute, Cap Cana is way more expensive, but a lot of their condos that they're building there in villas, they don't have restaurants there. They don't have the golf course accessible to everybody, like on the golf course or can go to the golf course. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm paying all this extra. Well, I'm not personally paying, but people are paying this extra money to stay in Cap Cana. So, okay, let's get into it. Yes, the food grows on trees, farming, etc. Healthy food, great living equals long life. That's right. Less stress. That matters. All right, let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. In case you missed Mr. Estacio, who gave us some heads up on the new information at Vista Cana, please smash the like button because we're 1 hour in. Now, this is what people saw on the Friday night live stream. This right here is what you saw, ladies and gentlemen. All right. In case it was on his screen. So I wanted to show you what it looks like better than just on the screen, right? Now, you guys see that overview, but I'm about to show you the next. That's what it looks like on the overview. Now, keep in mind, you guys, you can't see my cursor on the screen, but notice the top of the screen where you see the overhang. It looks like a walkthrough. All right, you notice that. Look at I believe the lake is over here on the left. Notice a basketball or tennis court here. Notice the pool. I'm sure there's going to be, obviously, it's a restaurant here. Maybe one, maybe two. I don't know what's going to be in here, but you can tell there's going to be a restaurant, a sports court. It looks like parking. It looks like a roundabout, a walk-in. That means, and it's called it was called the Casa Club originally. But I'm about to show you something else, I believe. Let me see if I have it. Let me get you another picture. Here we go. I'm going to get you another picture in here. In fact, now I'm even more bullish on Vista Cana because after they started doing this and the mall, they have a mall there, ladies and gentlemen, that's coming too, which it's not going to be on the actual property where like this Vista Cana Beach Club is, by the way. Here we go. Vista Cana Beach Club, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You see that walkthrough? It's right there on the water. Vista Cana Beach Club, apparently what it's going to be called, I guess, instead of Casa Club. I don't know. It's either going to be Casa Club or Vista Cana Beach Club. Take your pick. It's on the water. It's on their little man-made lake. And that is awesome. And I wonder if I had the other pictures, but I don't. I can't share the other pictures with you guys, actually. These pictures I can share. This has upped the game. This right here is upping the game. This is starting to be crazy. This is getting crazy right here. All right, let me, I'm gonna have to take this off. This looks like I'm stuck on this screen for a second. And I don't know why. Hold on a sec. What's happening here? Oh, did I take myself off? Nope. I'm just gonna have to remove it then. We got a little problem here, looks like. This doesn't want to come off. Huh. That's interesting. Oh, I know why. Okay. This is very, very interesting. There we go. I'm messing around with all kind of stuff when it was already on my screen. All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is why I'm bullish now even more on Vistacana. All this was not known when I actually got my place there. If I'd have known what I know now, I would have gotten more than one place at Vistacana. All right. And cleaner air. Wilson Koo, exactly. Vanessa, health is wealth. That's what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. So now let's get back to why making money so hard. In case you're new here, that was something in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, called Vistacana. They have pre-construction condos and villas that they've been building there. And they keep adding impressive amenities. Now, there's a sports court also there. I feel like I'm promoting these guys. I don't even get paid for it. That's what's so funny about this. I don't even get paid for this stuff. But this is what we were talking about. No barriers to entry. We always get to this pre-construction because it ends up being no barriers to entry. So no credit check, no qualifying. You do need some capital. All right. This screen here, I don't know what's going to happen. But you do need some capital. You're going to have to pay monthly. But again, you can put 10% down in most cases. Then you pay monthly for 1.5 to 2.5 years. And you come out ahead because the property is appreciated because the cost of goods and services rise. And it appreciates because of the value, like the value that's being implemented here. But here goes one of the other features. All right. Now, I got to put in a background. Let me put in a background here, shall we? Let's do it this way. Can't put in a background. But anyhow, you guys can see here is the sports center. Tiffany is lucky enough to own across the street from here called The Wave. So that gives her place an advantage because anybody that wants to be by this location, you're going to love staying at The Wave because you have the tennis courts, the basketball courts. Apparently there's a pool, soccer fields, baseball field. So, and whatever else is there. So once again, that gives you an advantage. So everybody has to up their game with what is happening inside Vistacana. And if you want to get information, please search the channel. There are plenty of Punta Cana, Dominican Republic videos, and you can see. But when you see the videos, just keep in mind, most of those places have been sold out. That's how fast it's moving. And if you don't get something in the next 2 months or reserve something in the next 2 months, I fear that when the prime season comes at the end of December and starting January, February, and March, when they have potentially 100,000 people, 200,000 people coming to Punta Cana area, you best believe they will be able to sell 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 units over the next 3 or 4 months when you have 1 million people to 1.5 million people coming in 3 months. But that's less than 1%. And people, when they come there, are going to be saying, are you kidding me? You're getting all this stuff for less than 200 grand. That's right. Less than 200 grand, ladies and gentlemen. Anywhere in America, they don't even have all these amenities. And if they do have all these amenities, like in Florida, yeah, you might be paying $800 or $900 or $1,000 a month just for HOA fees. And they're not going to be that high in the DR, which is beautiful. All right. So keep that in mind. Whoa, that's sick. Anything close to that, walking distance is gold. There you go. The Lagoon residences are across the street, sold out. The other residences across the condo complex at the roundabout before you get there, sold out. They haven't designated anything next to the Lagoon residences yet, which means there's going to be other units or something's coming across the street from there. Because right now it's just a field, but there's a fence. So I don't know if they have that much room, but something's going to be there. So there's going to be something. Now, if you had a place at Panorama, oh, I said their name. If you had a place at the lake, those guys I just mentioned, their lake, if you got one of those condos, well, walking distance. If you own it, well, quite frankly, if you own at the Wave, if you own at the Garden or Parks, if you own at, I'm trying to think what's across from the Wave on the other side, but I can't remember. But if you own any of those locations and up, anywhere north, across from the Sports Center and up, you can get to that Vistacana Beach Club in 5 minutes, in my estimation. It's so I would consider that probably like almost a quarter of a mile away. And I have a feeling that it's going to be less than that. Why walk? I have a feeling the way this is designed that somebody very smart will have a shuttle that goes around the complex and picks people up. People who have stayed at the Hard Rock know what I'm talking about. They have a shuttle that comes around and picks people up. I have a feeling Vistacana is going to do these same things. And if they don't, guess who's going to have a business doing that? That will be me. So trust me, I'm not the only person thinking about it. There's people there right now that already have the vans, already have the shuttles. They're already going to be roaming around. They already made their deal with security or however they're going to make it so people can get around. But if you never leave the premises and just go around in a circle, you don't have to worry, because once you come in, you're allowed to come in, then you should be able to go around. Once you're in the complex, that shouldn't be a problem. You just tell people the stops. And oh, by the way, Marrero, here's the thing. There's a Vistana and everybody else. Vistana Beach Club that you saw, that is on one side. The Oasis del Lago, which are the villas, which is across the lake, they also will have their own beach club. So there's another beach club across from this by Oasis del Lago. I don't know if you can get in though. When I was there, the parking lot that they have that they're going to use for this club, you didn't have to go into the security gates. So they might have two of these type of places on the lake that everybody can access. I don't know yet. So Victor Marrero will be able to tell us, because I'm pretty sure he's going to go over there when he's there. For OCs, 15 years, people are told a job, a way to wealth, but it's streams of income, business, side hustle, Airbnb, crypto, stocks, cash flow. That's it exactly, Curtis Davis. It's all of that. And it's rough out here, just like Barbara Corcoran was saying. She said you have to have your mind on your money on your mind, but not all the time. That's what she's saying, right? You have to be looking like, hey, this is what my next opportunity can be. Let's go for it. Let's see if it's worthwhile. Curtis Davis, facts. Exactly. I know people who think that they can grow their home equity just living in it, and weren't shocked to hear that wealthy people don't leave their equity in their house alone, but actually use it to grow. Exactly, Wilson Koo. This is something that should be taught in school, but people are so, they're taught, got to keep up with the Joneses, as was said, because they're going out, just like I said, in California, it's an epidemic. When in 2000, the crisis happened, when homes went up astronomically, and people, it was unbelievable. All of a sudden, instead of people investing, I'd be going, okay, so you're going to go buy some property? They were like, oh no, I got a his and her Harley. I'm like, what? A motorcycle? 40, 50K? That sits in your garage? You don't make no money. You just borrowed extra money to buy stuff that go down in value. They would all be going, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, what are you doing? Then you'd see guys going out getting RVs, or what do you call the other version of the RV? I can't remember, the little campers and things like that, spending $50 to $100, $150,000 on these things. And I'm just like, okay, well, what are you renting this out somewhere where you're making money? They're like, no, we just bought it because we always wanted one. I'm like, you got to pay back your home equity loan, right? And you're buying stuff that goes down in value. But again, the reason why they did this, because the Joneses were doing it. So the whole block all of a sudden has new cars, new motorcycles, new RVs, new boats. So now everybody's going out because their property values went up so much, 200, 300, 400,000. They felt no problem. Let me go dip in and take 200K out and go get all these toys. You know what happened when the economy went bad? All them toys gone. All right. A total waste. That's what I like about the DR, the biz opportunities. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate. Right now, the infrastructure is being built. That's why I have to go back over there. And I'm going to have to actually, me and Mr. Estacio and Johan, we're going to actually have to put something together. I already know Mr. Estacio is doing something on his own with regard to property management, but I need him. He's doing property management. So that means all I need is the transportation hub. Now we have built-in clientele. See where I'm going with this, right? I don't have to look for clients. Clients are already there. Then I have Johan, who's going to write up everything, and he has clients there too. And then their clients say, hey, I got a client that does this. Ecosystems, ladies and gentlemen. No advertising dollars needed. That's what you really want to do, right? Just like Airbnb, just like Uber, just like Amazon, just like eBay, just like Facebook Marketplace. You get to make money based on those platforms, and then you make partnerships surrounding that. And then ultimately partnerships are offline and has nothing to do with them, but you still are making money from them as well. So it ends up being an ecosystem. So you have revenues coming in from different sources. That's how we have to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, by the way, did anybody see the trailer before the video? Let me know. And give me some feedback. I got some on Friday, and I have to admit, though, that feedback was very valuable. So the next video that comes out, it's going to be different, but it's going to include some of those things that were left off for promotional purposes. So I humbly appreciate it. And this is what an entrepreneur should do. You always should get feedback from potential customers. Not that they are customers. Even somebody who may not be a customer still has an opinion and may even have a reason why they don't want to become a customer. So therefore, you have to take everything into consideration, even though you don't hear that much good stuff. But whenever you hear something bad, you always have to say, man, is there some better way? Or sometimes there isn't, but you always got to listen. Some OCs refuse to see out of the box. That's correct, because the box is safe. That's why the box is always a safe place to stay. New York City King, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. New York City King, wow, I'm glad you saw that, because that club right there is part of Vistacana, the sports complex. That's Vistacana. You're seeing it all right there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what more to do. In fact, I love Vistacana even more now from what they're doing. That's a great idea. Have like one of those Disney trains, the SSN Nation train. That's it exactly, Victor Marrero. That is it exactly. That's what we're trying to do around here. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there's an opportunity, but the opportunity has a window. I'm pretty sure the fact that I don't live there, that there's somebody already making deals with Vistacana. And the thing is, when I was there, I didn't realize the scope of this Vistacana. I drove around, but all I saw was dirt. And then I saw a few signs saying this is where this project's going to be built. This is where that. They didn't even have the roads all the way through or nothing. So all you could drive down dirt roads and go, this is going to be here. So therefore, the scope and the magnitude of this was not known, except, of course, the owners that I was talking to. They were all giddy, telling me all this stuff. You know, hey, that championship golf course. Hey, there's going to be something sports thing down there. You know, hey, there's going to be, you know, they started telling me all this stuff, but I was looking at dirt. Yeah, the lake was there. The snack bar was there. The Oasis del Lago villas they already started were there, but that was the only thing there. Everything else was dirt and the model for the towers. So if I would have known, I'd have been trying to make deals when I was there with the owners while I had them and said, hey, who's got the transportation rights or whatever, trying to lock it down, because somebody's probably there right now locking it down. People are living for today and not worrying about the next day. The YOLO people. That's how it is. This is the fast lane. Everybody wants it now. That's why people are willing to pay thousands of dollars for courses, because they're sitting there going, I don't want to learn the real experience. I want to read it and then make it happen. Well, there's a very small percentage of people that can read something and make it happen because the context is not there. You can read something and they can tell you how to do it, just like I can tell you how to do something. But unless you go through the process, you never know the actual nuances of the process. So you're going to run into certain things. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. Wilson Koo, Eric did a video on the wealthy. They start business and cash flow, 15,000 per month, the home, house, backward move, but perceived to be the right move. Exactly. Thank you so much, Mr. Financial. That's right. Wealth inequality. I did a couple of videos actually to show you what the wealthy people actually have. And they have businesses, equities. It's a whole different reversal of what we're taught in school. Business, get a job. You're not taught go create your own business. Leave that up to the billionaires and millionaires and the wealthy people. They do the businesses. You go get work for them. That's what we're taught. Ecosystems or franchises as we know it. There you go. That's it exactly. We have a shuttle van inside Margaritaville in Orlando, and it's awesome. That's it exactly, Marrero. You know what I'm talking about. Just like at Orange Lake Resort, they have North Village, West Village, East Village. They have a little shuttle that goes around too. Heck, you can even offer rides out the gate. I am sure other entrepreneurs are already thinking that. Exactly, Victor Marrero. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be Johnny come lately. My property is going to be built way. I mean, the lake property is going to be built. Oasis Del Lago is going to be built way before mine. And I just probably need to go over there and make the deals happen. In fact, start the deals because there's already people there. People live on Vistacana already. Curtis D, you are right. And we'll go see that video again. That's right. Thank you so much. I just want to thank you, boss, for giving us the 411 on the DR. I see a couple of businesses now. Exactly, Vanessa. It's virgin territory because it didn't exist before. Everything, downtown, you have everything going. I was telling somebody else, I said, that situation, there's only a few things that Vistacana doesn't incorporate right now, which I find hard to believe that they won't. That is the transportation to the beach. That's still open. And the transportation within the complex itself. And who's going to be managing all these condos and villas? Because I guarantee you, I would be willing to say nearly 50% of the condos and villas are going to be for investment purposes where people are going to try to rent them out. I would seriously doubt that more than 50% of the people are going to live there. If that happens, because the unit sizes for the apartments, condos aren't that large. They're not like the condos aren't 1,500 square feet. They're not 1,800 square feet. I call it the perfect vacation rental size, 800, 900 square feet, a place where people can hang out for a week to 10 days, 14 days. But after months, you start going, well, I have cabin fever because the place isn't 1,500 square feet, but 900, 800. And that's what I liked about getting a larger unit with a terrace, because now you have outdoor space that in the DR, they don't seem to have regulations, because other condo complexes, I've seen people who, when they had the penthouse, they actually built overhangs over their penthouses. So they built a roof over their penthouse. So they actually have another full-fledged living space. So I don't know, of course, what would happen at Vistacana or my other location, but I'm just saying extra space. Now a person can hang out because they're not just going to be in the 800, 750, 800 square foot 2-bedroom. Now they're saying, okay, I can go out here on the terrace and that's 400 square feet. That's large. 500 square feet. That's large. 550 square feet. That's large. I mean, that's basically a 1-bedroom apartment in most of American cities. Those are 500 square feet, 550 square feet. Those are pretty big if it's just an open space, right? So those are the reasons. And yes, there are plenty of businesses that are going to happen. And not only that, not only the transportation biz, but think about the delivery biz. Think about that. There is no Uber Eats. So now you have a whole transportation biz that is going to happen, especially if you have 5,000 to 10,000 people inside of gates. And I think there's more than that can, after this is all said and done, there's probably going to be at least holding 10 to 15,000 spaces in this location. Probably even more. I've never done the numbers. In fact, Mr. Estacio probably knows how many units are going to be built in here. But thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you, you know, taking in the information. I appreciate the feedback that you always give and the suggestions that you have made yourself as well, giving the SSN University some more clout. I appreciate that. I made a Disneyland biz that was there for 50 years and they didn't think of it. So I know the DR will be ready. That's right, Vanessa. Exactly another point. This is exactly goes along with tonight's topic. Why is making money so hard? This is exactly it. She just mentioned it. I made a Disneyland biz that was there for 50 years and they didn't think of it for 50 years and nobody thought of it. There's always competition that can seep in, ladies and gentlemen. There's always something new that can happen. Nobody has thought of everything. There's always room to maneuver. Just remember that. So that's another reason why a lot of people go, oh, it's saturated market. I'm like, saturated market? I'm like, and then other people go the other extreme. They go, oh, it's a $5 billion industry. I'm like, right, but you're not the industry and you're not even in their business yet. So you're not going to make the $5 billion by yourself. And so I don't know what that has to do with anything that you're doing. So you don't go from either of these extremes. You don't listen to people when they start going, hey, the place has been open for 20 years. Why? What? They must have already thought of that before. Why are you going to bother? Well, I bother. I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to do my own due diligence. I'm not going to listen to this other person over here. We're going to go find out for ourselves. We're going to try and make it happen. What's the worst case that's going to happen? I took a little time. And then the worst case is after I took time and said, hey, we could do this. Money. Hey, man, people, you waste money every day. Let's face facts. Here's what wasting money looks like. You went to Starbucks, you went to McDonald's, you went out to the restaurant, you went to the bar, you went to the strip club, you paid for tickets to go to a sporting event, you went to the movies. You don't look at it as wasting money. See, it's all the perspective, right? So somebody that's starting their business, they're going to look at that as like, man, why are you wasting money when you could have used that to start your business? Other people are like, oh, I'm not wasting money, right? You go out here and buy a car that goes down in value, but I'm not wasting money. I mean, you do it all the time. People, we do it all the time and don't think nothing of it. So that's another thing that goes along with tonight's topic. Why is making money so hard? Because you're looking at money a different way. Once you start realizing it's just a tool, think outside the box, give people what they need, not just want. There you go. That helps exactly. That's one of the tenets also in marketing and sales is, like I said, I did that one video on Shaq, and that's part of what they were saying. Shaq ran into Bezos and said, hey, what's your secret? And Bezos said something along the lines of, if it helps people and it changes people's lives, that's my criteria for investing, and that's Shaq's criteria. And so that's along the same line. If it can change lives or help people, that's where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to go looking very hard to get customers. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. So this is very awesome tonight, I have to admit. And let me go see if I'm going to share anything else tonight with regard to any of this Vistacana items after I done opened up the can of worm. You guys know I love that place. I mean, what can I say? In today's video, I did, oh, okay. I'll show people this video. It has nothing to do with anything. The only nighttime golf course in the Dominican Republic is here. It's an executive 3-hole golf course. It's 9 holes. They're just showing this is a rendering. It doesn't exist already. But this right here is also inside Vistacana. And I told you already, which has not been on the drawing board, the owners told me that there's supposed to be a championship golf course on Vistacana as well. So it hasn't shown up on any drawing board, just like the mall hasn't shown up on any drawing board. Mr. Stasio gave us that info about the mall. So once again, I'm going to do this short recap so everybody can see. These are some of the amenities that your renters are going to love. Can you imagine having these pictures on your rental or on your Airbnb or VRBO and all that. And they're going to be like, wait, do I really have to stay at the beach? Hell no. Why am I paying all this money to stay at the beach when they don't have none of this? So just keep that in mind. All right, now let's get into other discuss. Oh, I did it again. Let's get into some other discussions. All right. So let me know what you guys think. And also, nobody has said that they've seen the trailer today for the SSN Lifestyle. Let me know if you've seen that trailer. All right. Let's go. Think outside the box. That's how we got to do it. Yes, Shaq, the number business investor. Exactly. Shaq does a great job. Health and wellness, good biz for DR has all the components. Okay, I will shut up now. Oh, you better be quiet. You just put up that you know what you just did there, Vanessa Comegate. You can't put that genie back in the bottle. Come on. I'm leaving it up here. Health and wellness. You got thousands of people at the gardens. They have their own yoga room. Yeah, I know. And look at all the open spaces they have there too. In fact, they have an amphitheater that's supposed to be in the gardens too. You can imagine already that Airbnb experiences. Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Airbnb experiences when you have tourists coming into the Dominican Republic, staying at Vista Cana. All of a sudden, I have a yoga morning workout routine, and we get to charge people for coming to the class. That's right. Don't think that slipped by, Vanessa Comegate. There's ways to make that monetization happen overnight, relatively easily once this operation of Vista Cana is open. Or it doesn't even matter where you're at. It could be Primavera. It could be, well, I shouldn't even mention them. It could be downtown. It could be Cana Rock. It could be Cap Cana. It could be anywhere in Punta Cana. It could be in El Cortocito. You have a spot where you can gather up some people. You can advertise that, especially if you work out and do yoga or do any working out. You can invite people to come and get paid. Think about this. In fact, Vanessa Comegate, you just gave me some idea. In fact, I'll just talk about it right now. In the DR, because of the rain and the water and the temperatures, they do have wines there. All right. So now when you're in an upscale location, which Vista Cana appears to be heading that way, and you're in Cana Rock, you're in Cap Cana, you're in Macau, and there's going to be other places downtown, it looks like you might want to have a little wine tasting area. That's always a good thing. By the way, there's offices at Central Park that you can buy for $35,000, $25,000. Have your own space in downtown Punta Cana office. That's right, Central Park, Mr. Estacios, he has the master broker for it. So I'm giving you guys all different kind of emerging millionaires ideas. These are all. Vanessa Comegate just gave a whole bunch of ideas, actually, with this health and wellness, because not only that, at Vista Cana, they have the cycling trail, they have the running trail, the walking trail. I have a feeling they're all the same thing. But now, once again, you can actually, the community, advertise, this is our running, this is our club, come on and join us. Man, talk about opportunities. Yes, money. That's right. Eric, we'll need your club card so we can go to bingo night. That's right. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny right there. Hey, why not? That's funny. You know how many retirees are probably going to live there, right? I'm pretty sure there's going to be a large percentage of people over 60 living at this spot, because they're going to have an easy way to get around. There's no mountains. There's no stairs. There's nothing that's blocking anybody. So I have a feeling that that's going to be on tap. Hell, it's going to be that's funny right there. Bingo nights. Oh, man, bingo. Done. Exactly. Exactly. That's funny right there. Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please smash the like button. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. All right. This is funny right here. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear from you. I want to find out if anybody saw the trailer tonight before the video, before the live stream. Let me know if you saw it. And if anybody has any feedback on SSN Lifestyle, I did the compensation plan today. The video came out. Yeah, it only came out like 3-4 hours ago. So a lot of you might not have seen it. But let me know if you saw that and any feedback from that. October 1st, next Friday, the Founders Club price goes up. And also, everybody here at SSN Nation, thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for becoming a part of the Founders Club and becoming members. And I want to say October 1st, it's actually going pre-launch on the SSN Lifestyle YouTube channel and other social media platforms. So now you guys, your head start is going to be over starting October 1st. All right. Everybody who doesn't know anything about SSN Nation, because of course we're suppressed, and everybody that doesn't know about SSN Lifestyle because it's not officially out there other than the people here in SSN Nation knows about it. October 1st, everybody else is going to know about it. So just want to let you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play something because I got to get this phone call. I don't know why people are calling me, but it looks to be some sort of an emergency. So I'm going to play the old promo. A life-changing opportunity is here. Another day to improve financially, mentally, and physically with SSN Lifestyle. We give you the tools to succeed through our free or membership programs. We welcome you to join SSN Lifestyle today. Membership does have its privileges: passive income, entertainment and show tickets, first class upgrades, free vacations, and investment opportunities. You can help yourself and others achieve financial freedom. If you are stressed and need extra income, we can help. If you are motivated, willing to put in the effort to succeed, please join us at SSN Lifestyle. All right. Okay. Well, call me back about it. I'll call you back. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Life happens. A friend of mine needs a little help, unfortunately, and not good news there. All right. Well, I had to run those. I'm sorry about that for the interruption on that. But hey, that is the SSN Lifestyle information and videos. But let's see what else. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Why is making money so hard? That's what our discussion has been all night, and it's been a stirring conversation. We talked about it. Oh, by the way, let me see what's down below. I forgot there's other things in case you want to start your own business, because we have solutions. There are, let me see if I put it in here. Yes, the free Amazon FBA course, it's down here. In case you want to start your podcast, but don't understand how. Well, you just need a microphone, and you can go to Buzzsprout. I do have that link down below. All right. That's free, by the way. You get up to 2 hours free every month, and they'll put you on the Spotify, the iTunes, the iHeart, and so on. Now, if you want to live stream like what I'm doing now, you can use StreamYard. And so therefore, StreamYard is a free tool as well. You get 2 platforms for free. If you go to 3 or more, then you have to pay monthly. So again, the link is down below in the description. Some of you are sitting here going, well, okay, Eric, I got that, but I want to post some things on the social media and promote it and sell it. Well, there's Canva for you. You don't need Photoshop. You can go to Canva. They have a free version as well. So you can start producing any banners, any type of images you want. So that's down below. And then, of course, if you don't know how to produce something and you need help, you can always go to Fiverr. Fiverr.com. The link is down below. You can go check it out, and whatever you need, if somebody needs to build a website, somebody needs to make videos, somebody needs to do anything, there's somebody there with Fiverr. Voiceovers, anything that has to do with graphics, anything that has to do with building a business, you can get on Fiverr. All right. So that's almost it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go. The video would make me intrigued on finding out what the passive income is. Thank you so much, Vanessa Comagate. I was hoping some of that would come out in there, you know, to get people to say, okay, let me go check this out. Non-evasive almost. And I did get other feedback where I needed to put in a little something else, but I appreciate that feedback. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about this evening, because I'm about to wrap up the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. But there is one other thing I forgot before you guys go. Wednesday, the Wednesday night live stream, which is usually a members only live stream, won't be able to do it on Wednesday night. Once again, I'm traveling, and once again, it's evening time. So our usual 8:50 p.m. live stream will not happen on Wednesday night. That means I'm going to have to do an alternative day. So you know what that alternative day is probably going to be? Tomorrow night. It'll be Tuesday night live. So 2 days in a row, ladies and gentlemen, and it'll be members only chat. And what I mean by members only chat, members with the icon like Vanessa Comagate are the only ones that can be in the chat room on the Wednesday night live stream. All right. You can be in the chat room. Everybody else, you can only watch. So how do you become a member? You should hit the join button. You should see it somewhere. I just don't know where. You have to go to the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel, front page of the channel, and there's a join button. And then on your phone, sometimes when you're in the chat, there's a join button. So those are the only 2 places I know where the join button is. And then sometimes people don't see a join button at all. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So we're going to wrap it up, but just keep in mind, I'm going to send an email out to everybody. We're going to have a Tuesday night live stream because I can't do it Wednesday night live. Unless, of course, I did it way late. It would have to be like 11. It'd be like, oh, no, it's too late because I'm going to be on the West Coast time. So there's no way I can do it. All right. That bingo thing again. All right, let's go. Read an article. The Vulcan Group broke ground for the construction of the world-class theme park, dining, shopping, and entertainment zone that will transform popular tourist destination Punta Cana. Wait a minute now. Are we talking about this Kathmandu? Let me know if we're talking about the Kathmandu. All right. Let me know if we're talking about Kathmandu. In fact, let me go pull this up because in today's video, when I was talking about one of the perks for the Founders Club, tickets to Kathmandu Park, that's part of the benefit of having the Founders Club membership. And so I posted this picture up, which is going to be funny. This one right here, the groundbreaking. Kathmandu.do coming soon. Now, Victor Marrero, I need to know if that Vulcan Group, what that is. That's what I want to know. I mean, is it something other than Kathmandu Park? Are they saying they're going to do what they do in Orlando? Because that would be amazing. If they do what they do in Orlando, that would be very, very cool. Meaning, if people don't understand my reference to Orlando, so they build a park, and then they build another park close by. And then between those parks, they build restaurants, shopping centers, It's like the Orlando playbook. So therefore, you can make a complex, almost like how they also did Margaritaville's across from, what is that, Disney Walk or whatever it's called. Same kind of thing. So now you have a cluster, and if they start doing this, that would explain Vista Cana, that would explain Cap Cana, that would explain Hard Rock's Cana Rock, that would explain what's happening downtown. And then outside of downtown, you build one of these amusement touristy type of adventure areas. Infrastructure is being built, ladies and gentlemen, to hold millions of people annually. Punta Cana already, I think, out of the 7.5 million that came in their peak of their highest year, I believe 3.5 million, 3.4 million went to Punta Cana alone. The rest of the 3 to 4 million people, that's spread out amongst the rest of the island. But Punta Cana by itself got half of the 7.5 million, roughly, approximately. So that you have to keep in mind. And they're going around the world touting all this new infrastructure. So if they got 3.5 million, easily 4.5 million next year. Easily. That's if COVID does dissipate. Easily 4.5. So that would be awesome. Wilson Koo, thanks for the gems and have a great evening. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, Kathmandu 100 million park, the only one of that class in the region. Exactly. They're doing the only of that class in the region, this is astronomical as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of other islands, but none of these other islands have taken the challenge. And none of the other islands have. The reason I know why they didn't, because they didn't have the luxury to have the land and be able to section off and make a Punta Cana area. Most other places were already built around, and so therefore to create what they're doing at Punta Cana, that's only on a few islands that you can do that. Plus, already have the infrastructure or the airports in place without having to build new airports. They already have 5, 6 airports on the island. So, I mean, they're already locked in. They can take tourists. That's not a problem. And now when they're starting their inner island, oh my God, this is going to change the way everything works, because now people are going to come from one side instead of having to drive 5, 6, 7 hours to get over from like Puerto Plata to Punta Cana. Now all of a sudden, if you start telling somebody, hey, I'll be over at Punta Cana an hour and a half. Whoa. Now you have something that's going to be crazy, because now you can have tourists come in at one island, one airport, jump on the plane, do what people do in Hawaii, for instance, fly into Maui, and then they can hop over to Oahu, go from Oahu, go to Big Island, easy, no problems. That changes the dynamics, and it also increases prices. Not for airfare, but it increases prices for when you want to stay there. So they're putting everything in place, set up for a person that invests there, whether it's going to be commercially or residential. It's being set up in the Punta Cana region. They're doing it in Santo Domingo. They're doing it in even La Semana. They're doing it in a bunch of places, because there's always 30 to 45 minutes away. Not everybody wants to stay in the hub. Some people want to be off on their own, and there's a value for that as well. Oh, snap. I think I found my retirement spot. Yeah, it could be. There's a Kathmandu Park in Spain. That's right, A3 Saval. That's the same company. Exactly. Guys out of Orlando, and they're the same ones. They're making it happen in Punta Cana. We just don't know the size yet. And in fact, I'm not familiar with this park. I've never heard of it, quite frankly, until it was brought up here on a live stream. And I don't even know how big it's going to be. Falcon Group's an Orlando company that partnered with Punta Cana and Spain investors to build a park. Falcon Group here in Orlando has done projects for Disney and Universal Studios. That's right. I know they have a building. That's that building by Universal that I always wondered it was different. And I was like, man, what's this? And now that I saw Kathmandu, I was like, oh, okay. It's like homage to that. So the upside down building thing. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. All right. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we're going to have to end this evening. It's almost 2 hours. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and then click all bell notification. All right. Now I got to get a drink right now. And before we end this, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for putting up with the information tonight. And hopefully you learned something. And let me know. I have this new speaker here, and I'm assuming everything's coming out appropriate. And it did sound a little different when I recorded, but I think it's because I was used to raising my voice from the $2.50 mic and not realizing that all the voice levels were always level here on StreamYard. But when I do the other videos, I used to have to adjust the volume. But now it appears I have the volume that I need, so I don't have to yell as much or raise my voice as much. But let me know if the volume was fine. I would appreciate it. All right, here we go. I have some feedback. Sounds good. All right, thank you so much. Thanks, boss and fam. Good content. Thank you once again, Vanessa Comagate, for being here and dropping some of the gems and helping people with some entrepreneurial spirit, especially in the DR with the health and wellness. 100, Auntie Val, thank you so much for helping out as well, helping the SSN University, SSN Academy, and helping everybody watching this and who will see this. This is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you once again. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why we have to have these conversations, because a lot of you may be hearing the same thing that I was talking about tonight and what others were talking about, being deterred from what you want to do based on someone else's opinion or whatever we talked about, those bad money advices, choices. You don't want to be in that crowd. If you want to do something, then go for it. What's the worst that can happen? It just turns into the same thing that you're doing now, nothing. So why not go for it? All right, spend a little time. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.